up in a successful life, whatever appearance that a person sees of that individual. I mean, people will make so much judgment based upon the outward appearance, and or more likely, they in my message, they will look at the book by its cover. And the thing about looking at a book by its cover is such a lazy thing to do. First of all, to just because you looked at it and you saw it and it didn't look right from your viewpoint, you just look at the cover, you look at the pit like you're looking at a book. Oh, I'm supposed to have a book, darn it. You're looking at a book and you just you looking at Alvin and the Chipmunks, You just, everybody, it's so easy to look at this, part of a book and look at the back part of the book. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy. I mean, all you gotta do is bam, bam, that's it. That's it. That whatever you see in that outward cover of the book is what the book is all about. So if the book is negative from your viewpoint, it's negative. And people are going to lazy enough to look at that and deem a person as that viewpoint without no investigation whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? Without this, see, because now watch this. It's easy just to go look at this and look at this. But boy, if you try to open that page, oh Lord, that labor in opening up that page to go find out and go through the books, go through all this. Oh boy, how much hard and how much labor is that concerning individuals. And some, you don't want to even open up the book. You know what I'm saying? More likely that I learned open up the book means to conversate and get to know the person concerning the individual that they are, to find out where the person at. You know what I'm saying? As a person, Now, but first of all, that God taught me about love, that love, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy mind, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Now, guess what God taught me? God taught me, now where's your heart? You know what I'm saying? Is it your heart outward? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Can people see your heartbeat? No, your heart is inward. Your heart is an organism that is inward. So therefore, if he says, love the Lord thy God and your with all thy heart, all thy soul, where your soul at? Is it outward? Can we see your soul outward? No, we can't see your soul outward. It's inward. See, it's inward. Now, where's the mind? Well, is the mind outward? Is the mind outside of us? No, it's inside of us. And what that ideal is, that you're supposed to open, God's going to open you up and read and let you know the kind of God's going to open up and let you see the kind of person that you are. You know what I'm saying? To reveal the positive aspects about you, the negative aspects about you, what you like, what you don't like. You know what I'm saying? What kind of things you love to do, what kind of things you do not know how to do. See, and first of all, if we let God open us up and read our story concerning our beginning when we were born, and when we did this at his age, and what happened in our age that influenced us to make us see things from a perspective, you know what I'm saying? He will reveal all of that. He will turn our pages to reveal to us the type of person that we are and why we are the person that we are right now. See, he will reveal it to us. You know what I'm saying? That in your book, you have negative things in there. In your book, you have positive things. And their book represents your life story. You know what I'm saying? In everybody's life story, there's negative and there's positive. You know what I'm saying? Now, watch this. Now you know in your life story there's negative and positive. Now it says, love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, all thy soul, all thy mind. Love your neighbor. Oh, guess what? This neighbor has a book. No, this neighbor is not just an outward appearance, you see. This neighbor that didn't just pop out of nowhere, didn't live no life story. It's just whatever that person is in the outward appearance that people love to deem people as, because, they're they're so lazy enough to me, and that's the lustful nature that doesn't want to do nothing. It just wants to settle for whatever. It wants to just settle for what they see. Oh, I saw you do this. I saw you said that. I heard you said that, and I just deem you as a negative person. You know what I'm saying? And or even, oh, I saw you did this good thing and you said this good thing. I guess you're a good person. You know what I'm saying? No, everybody, as you know, you have a negative parts of your story. You have positive parts of your story. You know what I'm saying? So guess what? Love, if you have love in your heart, you're supposed to be about an open discussion. You need to openly discuss to an individual and a person to find out who this person is. I call it open discussion page. Well, when I was young, I used to do this. When our young used to do that. Now, everybody's not going to reveal all of, themselves in every page to you concerning a conversation. But certain things, they'll give you an outline of what kind of things they experience, what kind of things they like, what kind of things they don't like. But guess what? Everybody should be on the agenda. If they're going to find out who this person is, they need to be about opening up the pages of this person's book. Open up their heart and how much they will reveal to you for you to give a aspect. They will reveal an aspect of themselves to you so you can have a proper viewpoint of how you see this person. You know what I'm saying? That you should have that discussion with that person. And when that person reveals certain negative things they've been through, or somebody treated them negative, and they have a tendency to look negative of another person, you're supposed to see, oh, I have that in my page. I have a negative tendency too, and you have a negative tendency too. Oh, we both got negative tendencies. You're not supposed to say, oh, you did that. Oh, I don't like people that do that. Now I can't be around you. And, that's, what we call being judgmental, but certain people will reveal certain amounts of information of reading the book of a person as much as you are in contact and conversation with the person to truly know what kind of person a person is, instead of looking at that outward cover that we do these days and think that this person's a horribly bad person. And but love will open the book, you know what I'm saying, of an individual, and love will look at an individual carefully and will treat an individual carefully. See, because here's the thing, I know everybody, has a temper, anger shouldn't shock you. If somebody get angry or mad, frustrated, and say something negative, that shouldn't be a shocker. Because look, people are born in sin, shaped with iniquity. You know what I'm saying? Everybody, including me, are born in sin, shaped with iniquity. We shouldn't be being shocked over how people, respond to certain things. But we should, if the person welcome to ask a question, why are you so angry? Why are you so bitter? Why are you so frustrated? You know what I'm saying, about the situation? And you be sincere, because you understand that there's frustration in you. You know what I'm saying? You understand that there's frustration in your and you get bitter, you get frustrated. This person get bitter and frustrated. You know what I'm saying? Because we act like, in this world system is notorious to how we find ourselves mistreating people. You know what I'm saying? And we don't understand to what extent how we mistreat people because we don't want to read and open the book or open discussion have an open discussion to individuals to realize the kind of person that you are, and that person reveal the kind of person they are, that we will find a way of reasoning and understanding. We both have this, we're not the same, but we're similar people. You know what I'm saying? We may get angry over different things or different issues because that is the DNA. Everybody's DNA. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has a different DNA makeup concerning the individual they are. We may not be the same, but we could be similar in certain areas concerning how we see things that we need to understand concerning when we are about meeting people and talking to people and be about discussing things about people, to understand people, to cultivate genuine relationships. You know what I'm saying? You know a person don't like to be called this. Okay? You won't call this person that. Or you know this person don't like that because of something happened in his past story. Okay, you won't do that. And then that will establish a legitimate dialogue of establishing a true relationship based upon love. You know what I'm saying? That I try to, help people understand as what Jesus was talking about in John 15. He was talking about love your neighbor, love one another. And then also he said, a friend, no greater love than a friend to lay down his life for you. You know what I'm saying? Another way of looking at that a friend will reveal their life to you, reveal their life story to you. A friend will reveal their life story about the ups and the down and the good and the bad concerning their life story. You know what I'm saying? And let that person know that, hey, you're not the only person that has negative issues or been frustrated, because we love to talk about the good part about ourselves to people, but we, won't talk about those negative parts. But when you about showing forth the negative parts of your story and says, hey, you're not alone that has a negative part of your story. I have one too. You know what I'm saying? That people can find a way to relate to you, that a relationship can be cultivated in this conversation when you be about reading someone's book. You know what I'm saying? Learning about a person's life story instead of looking at the outward appearance of a person. And if this person, you always see has a negative attitude, there's a reason why that negative attitude was there. You know what I'm saying? It's not because the person is just bad. No, something may have bad happen to that person, or something bad happened to someone that's closer to you, that they keep bitterness inside of them. You know what I'm saying? There is a story to every individual that is existing in this world that you need to understand, because you have a story. You know what I'm saying? And when you see that, then you will learn to cultivate better relationships with people and be about reading and finding out about a person to really understand people and cultivate better relationships, that we will learn to get along and love one another the way we're supposed to, as what Jesus says, love your neighbor as you love yourself, because yourself, you have negative and your neighbor has negative. You have positive, your neighbor has positive. You know what I'm saying? We're supposed to see eye to eye concerning things, that the kind of person that we are, that if we truly be about love, that's what is supposed to cultivate that understanding, that's supposed to help us learn how to get along and resolve issues. And if anything come about, that we will have a better relationship with one another, is what loving your neighbor as you love yourself is all about. It's about reading a page of people's book. It's not looking at the outward appearance of an individual, but it's reading a book, and you will find out everybody's book may not be the same as yours, but it's similar to yours. Pretty much is what you got to understand. All right. That's the message. All right. To God be the glory and him forever and ever. In Jesus' name. Amen.